everybody, so I wanted to do a deconstruction video since I had made the announcement about that series a couple weeks ago and I haven't done those videos yet. And I really want to talk about my thoughts on the Bible and all that, but I decided that I want to talk about something else, and that's just because I found out after I went to church this morning. And the service was okay, and I'll get back to it in a bit. I only went to service today because I had rehearsal for the choir right after their service, so I might as well, I wanted to go to the service, and then I go straight into the rehearsal to be part of the choir for Oak Hill Bible Church 175th anniversary celebration on September 20th. And after I had gone out of church, I was on Facebook while waiting for my dad to pick me and my mom up, and I found out that today was Griffin's birthday. Griffin was a friend of mine from back in high school, and he had passed away last year. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh. So of course I wished him a happy heavenly birthday. And I really wish I had worn my Crocs with me to church, because then that would have been me honoring Griffin. I don't like Crocs usually, and I only bought these Crocs just because it honors Griffin, because like I found out that he's into Crocs and flamingos, and I still need to get some flamingo charms to go with my Crocs to honor him in that way too. But I do have a whole bunch of pride charms, including the fact that my Crocs are rainbow, and that's just because he was part of the LGBTQ community. He was a trans man, and I really liked him. He was very soft spoken, and he had a very kind heart. I knew him from high school. He was in GSA club with me, as well as newspaper, and then I also knew him from Safe Homes. We were both peer leaders. So I really liked him, and I was devastated when I found out that he passed away. I had no idea he was sick. And I really wish I wore my Crocs with me to church. I wasn't thinking about it. I just wanted to wear my radical sneakers, because I don't think of like wearing Crocs to church. But then again, they are more casual these days now, so it probably would not have mattered. But yeah, the service itself was good. I like that the pastor was talking about like that we shouldn't dehumanize anyone, but then he kind of went downhill. The one thing I did agree with, aside from the whole we shouldn't dehumanize people, is that we shouldn't also abort a baby or abort a fetus after finding out that they have Down syndrome. To me, Down syndrome is not a good reason to have an abortion, so that I do agree with, although these people are probably more pro-life and probably are against abortion, period, while I support abortion. And like I do not want to judge any woman that chooses to have an abortion. I just know that like just because you're gonna have a baby with Down syndrome, that's not a good reason, and it should not be a recommendation by doctors. Should be like, your baby has Down syndrome, I recommend you abort it, because all these struggles that's gonna be coming up with your child's life. That still should be up to the parents if they want to deal with these struggles together. But aside from that, I mean, it should not have been a recommendation. Anyways, what really ticked me off, and really made me very uncomfortable, and I had to bite my tongue because I had to like control myself at church, is that like he was talking about the LGBTQ community and the transgender people in particular, and it was like sharing about this person who transitioned to the other gender and then detransitioned, and I roll my eyes. It's like no one who's actually transgender would not actually go back to the birth gender or they're both sex or whatever, you know? It's like, I'm not perfect. I'm not good with terminology sometimes either. It gets confusing. But I know common sense. And he claims he has LGBTQ friends, and I don't believe that. I have tons of LGBTQ friends myself, and I actually support them. I support who they love. I support how they express themselves. I support who they are. And yes, technically there is men and there's women. There's two genders. I get it. But also gender is very fluent. So it's like some people, even though they will assign a gender, they might feel like the opposite gender, and vice versa. It's just how the brain works. Everything is involved up here in your brain. It's like male brains and female brains are completely different. You know, and this is how we express ourselves. And some people feel like more fluent than that. Like they might they feel both or neither, and they're just different. And people need to understand that. And I had to grin and bear it during when he was talking about all of that during his sermon, and that really bothered me a lot. I'm still gonna be going to the church again. Ordinarily, I would stop going to that church because I don't want to be a part of a community that's ignorant. But it's my grandparents' church, so I've been wanting to go to their service for a long time. It's just hard because I work so much. But yeah, because I have that connection with that community, I kind of want to keep going. Obviously not too often, but yeah, if it was any other church, I probably would have like stopped going. Or if it was watching the service on YouTube, I probably would have gone out of it. But the next week or so, because I'm not gonna be going to their church again next week because I'll be going to Sterling Fair with my parents. Tomorrow I'm going to Spencer Fair, so we'll see if I can make a video at Spencer Fair. I don't know. We have to wait and see what happens. But in 2 weeks from now is the next rehearsal for the choir, and I'll be going to that service again before the choir. So I'm hoping that the pastor for that service, whether it's the same pastor from today or someone different, I hope that we talk about something different. I hope it'll be a different type of sermon, because like, don't talk about something you don't understand. You know, don't bring up politics. Dive into the verses and what your interpretations are, but do not like go straight to like how you feel out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's icky. But what can you do? I try to be an ally for my friends that are part of the community. I try to educate myself on that and try to educate others. But at the end of the day, if they're not open to the education, I can't force them to be. And it's like, I personally don't believe in the Christian God, and I hate that some Christians have this complex, like their God is like the superior God compared to all the other gods. That bothers me a lot because, like, well, what makes that God superior? You know, it's like all the other cultures, they would view their gods as superior too. And like those gods would care for the people that worship them too, not just the Christian God. I mean, those other gods that Christians tend to demonize were not demons. They were just a product of those cultures' beliefs. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I kind of subscribed to those kind of beliefs myself. Just because, like, I'm very open-minded. I do believe in an afterlife and all of that. I just don't believe one set of beliefs is superior over the other. But anyways, as I have reached 10 minutes in this video, I'm gonna shut up now and see you tomorrow. Hopefully, if I make another video, and hopefully I'll do another video on religion another time. So bye bye, take care, good night, and we'll see if I can do another video again tomorrow. Bye bye, good night.